There's a moment when you first discovered Only Fools and Horses, and you knew instantly this wasn't just another sitcom. It was something special, something legendary. The wheeling, the dealing, the dreams of becoming millionaires, and the unforgettable characters who made us laugh until our sides hurt. From Del Boy's eternal optimism to Rodney's awkward charm, Only Fools and Horses wasn't just a show, it was a family we all wanted to be part of. But it's been over 40 years since this masterpiece first graced our screens in 1981. The cast that made it iconic? Some have continued to entertain us in new roles. Others have sadly left us for that great market stall in the sky. Today we're taking you on a journey, then and now, to reveal what happened to the beloved actors behind Britain's greatest sitcom. What were they like during filming? Where are they now? And how has time treated the Trotter family and their Peckham neighbors? But before we continue, let us know in the comments. How old were you when you first watched Only Fools and Horses? What's your favorite Del Boy catchphrase? Your memories, like theirs, are part of what keeps this legend alive. Let's begin with the stars of Nelson Mandela House. Sir David Jason brought Derek Del Boy Trotter to life with perfect comic timing and genuine heart. At 41, when the show began, Jason transformed a wheeler-dealer from Peckham into one of British television's most beloved characters. This time next year will be Millionaires. Wasn't just a catchphrase, it was a battle cry of eternal optimism. Del Boy's mix of Cockney charm, dodgy deals, and unwavering love for his family made him instantly iconic. Jason's portrayal was so authentic that viewers genuinely cared whether the Trotters would finally make their fortune. The role came after Jason had already found success in shows like Open All Hours, but Del Boy made him a household name. His performance earned him multiple BAFTAs and a knighthood in 2005 for services to acting and comedy. Now, 84, Sir David Jason remains active in television, recently presenting documentaries and making surprise appearances. But for millions of fans, he'll always be the market trader with big dreams and an even bigger heart, the man who proved that lovely jubbly never goes out of style. Nicholas Lyndhurst brought perfect balance to Rodney Trotter, Del Boy's younger brother who was caught between loyalty and exasperation. At just 20 when the series began, Lyndhurst captured Rodney's awkwardness, intelligence, and deep love for his older brother despite their constant bickering. Rodney was the voice of reason in the Trotter household, often the only one to question Del's latest get-rich-quick scheme. Yet Lyndhurst also showed his vulnerability, a young man trying to find his place in the world while living in his charismatic brother's shadow. The chemistry between Jason and Lyndhurst was electric from day one. Their on-screen brotherhood felt genuine, making audiences believe in the Trotter bond through every triumph and disaster. After Only Fools ended, Lyndhurst starred in the time-travel sitcom Goodnight Sweetheart and appeared in new tricks. He recently joined the cast of the new Frasier series in America. Now 63, he continues acting but has also embraced theater work, showing the versatility that made Rodney such a memorable character. Leonard Pierce brought warmth and wisdom to Granddad, the elderly patriarch trying to keep the peace between his grandsons. At 66, when the series began, Pierce was already a veteran stage actor who gave Granddad a dignity that grounded the show's wilder moments. Granddad was the voice of experience, often sharing stories from his past while trying to mediate between Del and Rodney's arguments. Pierce played him with gentle humor and genuine affection, making him the heart of the Trotter family. His catchphrase, "during the war," became legendary, but Pierce ensured it never felt like a cheap joke. Instead, Granddad's war stories connected the characters to history and showed how the older generation had shaped their world. Tragically, Leonard Pierce passed away suddenly on December 15, 1984, at age 69, during the show's third series. His death was written into the show with genuine emotion, and Uncle Albert was introduced to continue the family dynamic. Pierce's contribution to Only Fools' early success can never be understated. He helped establish the show's heart and soul. Roger Lloyd Pack created one of British comedy's most endearing characters in Trigger, the well-meaning but simple road sweeper who somehow always missed the point. At 37 when cast, Lloyd Pack transformed what could have been a one-note character into someone audiences genuinely loved. Trigger's innocent observations and his habit of calling Rodney Dave became comedy gold. But Lloyd Pack brought depth to the role, making Trigger sweet rather than stupid, loyal rather than clueless. His friendship with Del Boy felt real and touching. The famous, "All right, Dave," became one of the show's most quoted lines, but it was Lloyd Pack's delivery that made it special. He found the humor in Trigger's confusion while never making him the cruel butt of jokes. Beyond Only Fools, Lloyd Pack was a respected character actor, appearing in The Vicar of Dibley as Owen Newitt and playing Barty Crouch Sr. in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. He passed away from pancreatic cancer on January 16, 2014, at age 69. His former co-stars attended his funeral, a testament to the genuine friendships formed during the show's run. John Challis brought sophisticated sleaziness to Boise, the used car dealer whose pretentious manner and distinctive laugh made him Del Boy's perfect foil. At 39, when he first appeared, Challis created a character who was simultaneously annoying and hilarious. Boise's relationship with Del Boy was beautifully complex, part rivalry, part friendship, with genuine affection beneath the constant one-upmanship. His marriage to Marlene provided endless comic material, but Challis played it with enough reality to make their relationship believable. That distinctive laugh became Boise's signature, but it was Challis's timing that made it work. He knew exactly when to deploy it for maximum comedic effect, turning arrogance into art. The character was so popular that he got his own spin-off series, The Green Grass, which ran from 2005 to 2009. Challis also appeared in Benidorm and became an honorary citizen of Serbia, where Only Fools remains hugely popular. John Challis passed away peacefully in his sleep on September 17, 2021, at age 79, after a battle with cancer. His death marked the end of an era, but his portrayal of Boise remains one of British sitcom's greatest supporting characters. Buster Merryfield stepped into the considerable shoes left by Leonard Pierce's granddad, bringing Uncle Albert to life as the new Trotter family elder. At 65, when he joined the show in 1985, Merryfield was a former bank manager who became an actor relatively late in life. Uncle Albert's naval background gave him a different dynamic from Granddad with his During the War. Stories now coming from the Royal Navy. Merryfield played him as more mischievous than Granddad, often getting into trouble despite his age. The transition could have been jarring, but Merryfield quickly made the character his own. His chemistry with Jason and Lyndhurst developed naturally, and Albert became integral to the show's continued success throughout the late 1980s and 1990s. His relationship with Del Boy was particularly touching. Two dreamers from different generations who understood each other perfectly. Merryfield brought dignity to Albert while never losing the character's capacity for causing chaos. Buster Merryfield passed away from a brain tumor on June 16, 1999, at age 78. His co-stars praised him as a gentleman and consummate professional who brought new life to Only Fools and Horses during its most successful period. Sue Holderness brought fierce independence and sharp wit to Marlene, Boise's long-suffering wife, whose past remained mysteriously colorful. At 42 when she first appeared, Holderness created a character who could hold her own against the men of Peckham. Marlene's relationship with Boise was one of the show's great running jokes, but Holderness played it with enough genuine affection to make their marriage believable. Her quick tongue and fierce loyalty made her much more than just a punchline. Her friendship with the other women in the show, particularly later arrivals like Raquel and Cassandra, added depth to Only Fools' world. Holderness ensured Marlene was never just the wife, but a fully realized character with her own agenda. Beyond Only Fools, she appeared in the Green Grass spin-off and various other British television shows. Her partnership with John Challis lasted 36 years, both on screen and in various stage productions. Now 75, Sue Holderness continues to act and remains beloved by fans. She was devastated by John Challis's death in 2021, describing him as irreplaceable. Her portrayal of Marlene remains a masterclass in making supporting characters feel essential to the story. Kenneth MacDonald brought warmth and authority to Mike, the Nag's Head pub landlord who served as confessor and friend to the Trotter brothers. At 40 when he was cast, McDonald created a character who was both businessman and confidant. Mike's Pub was the social center of the show's world, where deals were made, dreams were shared, and friendships were forged. McDonald played him as someone who'd seen everything but still cared about his customers, particularly Del Boy. His scenes with the main characters felt natural and unforced, establishing Mike as someone the Trotters could trust with their secrets and schemes. McDonald's performance grounded the show's more fantastical elements in genuine human relationships. Beyond Only Fools, McDonald appeared in various British television dramas and comedies. He was known as a dedicated actor who brought professionalism to every role, no matter how small. Kenneth MacDonald died from a heart attack on August 5, 2001, at the tragically young age of 50. His death was a shock to his co-stars and fans alike. Mike's presence in the Nag's Head had been so natural that his absence was deeply felt in the show's later episodes. Gwyneth Strong brought intelligence and ambition to Cassandra, Rodney's love interest who later became his wife. At 29, when she first appeared in 1989, Strong created a character who challenged the Trotter family's working-class assumptions while genuinely caring for Rodney. Cassandra was everything the Trotters weren't: middle-class, educated, and career-focused. But Strong played her with enough warmth and vulnerability to make her fit naturally into their chaotic world. Her relationship with Rodney brought out his more mature side while testing his loyalty between his wife and his brother. The character's evolution from skeptical outsider to devoted family member was beautifully handled by Strong. She showed how Cassandra learned to appreciate the Trotters' unique brand of love and loyalty, even when their schemes drove her to distraction. Beyond Only Fools, Strong has appeared in EastEnders, Silent Witness, and various stage productions. She's married to actor Jesse Birdsall and has built a respected career spanning television, film, and theater. Now 65, Gwyneth Strong remains active in the industry. Her portrayal of Cassandra added depth and realism to Only Fools' later seasons, proving that even the most successful sitcoms can evolve and grow with well-chosen additions to the cast. Patrick Murray brought slick opportunism and dubious charm to Mickey Pierce, Rodney's so-called friend, who was always looking for his next angle. At 27, when he first appeared in 1983, Murray created a character who was simultaneously likable and untrustworthy. Mickey was the junior version of Del Boy, full of schemes, always wearing his trademark Trilby hat and constantly boasting about imaginary business successes. But Murray played him with enough vulnerability to make audiences understand why Rodney remained loyal despite Mickey's frequent betrayals. The character provided comic relief while also showing the darker side of Peckham's wheeling and dealing culture. Mickey's various failed ventures and questionable loyalties made him the perfect foil for Rodney's more honest nature. Murray appeared in films like Scum and Quadrophenia before joining Only Fools, and continued acting in various productions afterward. He also became known for his Zanussi appliance commercials and his support for Millwall Football Club. Now 68, Patrick Murray has faced health challenges in later life, including COPD and past struggles with alcoholism, which he has spoken about openly. His portrayal of Mickey Pierce remains a memorable part of Only Fools' extended family of characters, proof that even the most questionable friends can add richness to a story. The laughter has echoed through 4 decades, but the magic of Only Fools and Horses still brings smiles to faces worldwide. Whether they were dreamers or skeptics, family or friends, each actor contributed to creating something truly special. A sitcom that captured the heart of British working-class life while making us believe that anyone could make it big. Some of these beloved performers have left us. Their final curtain calls played out far from the bright lights of BBC Television Centre. Others continue working, carrying the memory of Peckham's finest with them wherever they go. And just like Del Boy's eternal optimism, their legacy keeps going, retold through endless repeats, remembered through countless quotes, and revived every time someone says, "Lovely jubbly." The show that began as a simple story about 2 brothers trying to make ends meet became a cultural phenomenon that defined British comedy for generations. From the markets of Peckham to the hearts of viewers worldwide, Only Fools and Horses proved that with enough pluck, a bit of luck, and a lot of love, This time next year really could bring something magical. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, he who dares wins.